we're going to give you a quick overview on how the CodeDigs platform works. When you first log in, you're going to be taken to your dashboard. Here on your dashboard, you're going to see messages or announcements that teachers may have left for you. You'll also see featured tracks of the week, and if you haven't started any tracks yet, you're going to see a message that prompts you to start your first track. To start your first track, you can either click the Get Started option, or you can navigate over here to the left to the Tracks page. Let's go there now. Our tracks are broken up into beginner tracks, intermediate tracks, and advanced tracks. Each week we're going to be adding new tracks and new games so you can continue to level up and continue to learn new things. You may have noticed up here I have dig coins and I have badges. Each time you finish a new track, you're going to earn a badge. Each time you finish a step within a track, let's go into a track now. You'll see here it's broken down into different steps. Each time you finish one of these steps, you're going to earn 1 to 5 dig coins, depending on how elaborate that step is. Let's go into one of our steps in this particular track so you can see how the platform works. You'll notice here that I've already completed a few steps, but let's go back into this step just so I can show you how things look. Your code editor will always be to the left, and your instructions will be to the right. Here, the Instructions tab will basically have step-by-step instructions on what to do over here. The Video tab will have a video demo or a video explanation that will showcase more details on what this step is about or what this track is about. So those of you that really like to watch videos and see and hear how things are done, the Video tab will be very valuable for you. The More Details tab will be more of written instructions or written details, and a lot of these More Details tabs will also have images and graphical representation. So those of you that like to read more details and have images that showcase how things are done, this is a great tab for you. Those of you that like to learn by video, this is a great tab for you. And those of you that just like to do it and follow step-by-step instructions, this instruction tab is great for you. So we highly suggest that you go through each of these tabs to really get a feel for which learning method that you like. Okay, let me go to a step that I haven't completed so you can see how this works. This Add an Image to Your Page step hasn't been completed, so I'm going to go into that. You'll see here that I've already built upon my code through the previous steps. Each step that you complete builds upon your code, your web page or your game that you're creating. And over here in the instructions, it's telling me to replace place image here, which is this right here, with this line of code. So just follow those instructions and replace this comment like it's telling us right here. Just completely remove it and replace it with the code that it's telling you to add. And when you're done following the step-by-step instructions, click the Validate Your Code button. If your code's correct, it will indicate that right here and tell you how many dig coins it gave you. You can then play that code right in your browser to see how it looks and works. Not much to this web page at this point, but keep in mind that each step that you complete will build upon this, and by the time you're done with this track, you're going to end up with a much more complete web page. If your step is correct, you'll also notice a Next Step button will show up, and you click that and it will take you right to your next step within that track. I'm going to show you real quick what it looks like if you've submitted a step and it doesn't validate. You've gotten some code incorrect. So I've already added my code here based off these instructions over here. Let me validate it. Okay, you'll see I'm getting a red error. It's telling me that my code isn't correct. And then I also have a See Errors button. The See Errors button will pop open a code errors page, which will tell you exactly where your code is incorrect. So if you have anything that's highlighted in green, like you have here, that's indicating you're missing something. This is something that you need to add to your code. If you have anything highlighted in red, which I don't have here, that indicates that you've added something that shouldn't be there. So basically remove that from your code. Okay, well I have page here highlighted in green, so let me go back to my code, scroll over. Sure enough, I'm missing page from my link here. So let me add that and revalidate my code. There we go. Now it's correct. So that code errors page really will help you troubleshoot your code and show you what's wrong. Okay, well, you may be wondering, well, what can I do with these dig coins? I've earned 7 here. Is there anything that I can do with these dig coins? What's their purpose? Well, if you come over to your library, you'll see here there's a bunch of different sections that you can access with your dig coins. I haven't earned enough dig coins yet. I need 8 dig coins to access shared images or shared sounds, which these images and sounds you can use within your game. You can access a CodeDigs customizer, which will allow you to customize your CodeDigs platform, and an image uploader, audio uploader. You'll also over time be given access to additional game packs or additional game libraries that you can use within your games as you earn more dig coins. So let me show you what this access looks like. I'm going to come over here to a different account, and you see here I have 143 dig coins, so I have a lot more access. I now have my shared images that I can use within my code. I have an uploader. Let me customize my CodeDigs dashboard. I want to customize it to fit me. Well, that's pretty obnoxious, but you get the point. You can really use this customizer to customize your dashboard how you want it, but you got to learn that CSS lesson first so you know how all of this works. There's also a Your Class tab located over here, which will take you to your classmates. You'll be paired up with classmates based off your skill level or your age group. You can then go into a classmate's profile and see how many dig coins they've earned and how many badges they've earned, what lessons they've completed, and you can even see custom games that they've programmed, which will be towards the bottom of their profile. You can go into their custom games and you can give them dig coins based off how much you like their game, and you could play their games too. This is a great way for students to collaborate with each other, encourage each other, to give each other dig coins, and to really learn from each other. However, if you don't want your profile public to other students or other classmates, you can change that access right from your account details. Go to your account details and you can set your permissions level here. So if you want to keep it private, just set it to private. Or you can choose to allow just other CodeDigs students to see your games. Or you can set the permissions level to allow CodeDigs students and the public to see your games. So maybe you want to have your friends or your parents see your games in your profile. You would set that to be viewed by students and public. You can also upload your photo here from your profile. Well, you may be wondering how you actually program a custom game. That you can access from the Code Your Own section. In the Code Your Own section, there'll be all of your saved custom games that you've programmed, or you can click the Create New. I'm going to just go into a game that I've already programmed here. And you'll see you have your editor over here. You can name your game, you can describe it, and you can give it access whether you want to share it or no, I want to keep this private. Maybe you're working on it and you don't want it public on your profile yet. You can also play your game right from this editor. You have access to the images. You have access to sounds that you can add directly to your game. So you can simply copy paste these images or these sound files to your games. And these images and sounds are pulling directly from your library. So the Code Your Own is going to be a little bit confusing until you finish some of those first few tracks. If you come in here without finishing at least those beginner tracks, you're going to be completely confused and not know what to do. But once you get through those beginner tracks and maybe even one of the intermediate tracks, you're really going to be able to come here in the Code Your Own and implement what you've learned in those tracks. There's also an Ask a Teacher option, which allows you to ask teachers questions. So if you get stuck or you're not quite sure how to do something, then come to the Ask a Teacher section, post a question. We actually have live teachers on hand often throughout the day. So if a live teacher is available, you're going to get an answer back very quickly. If there's no live teachers on hand at the moment, post a question, and when one is available, they're going to post the answer. So you're always going to get the help that you need. We have teachers here to help you so you don't get stuck. Now I want to actually showcase a couple of the games that you're going to learn how to create. This is our Catch the Creeper game. In this game, you're going to learn how to program a canvas game. So how to add images, how to add characters to your game, how to add buttons, how to keep score, and how to use your keyboard movements and how to program that kind of stuff into your game, how to use conditional logic and math to keep score. So let's actually start this game so you can see how it works. Okay, well, the good guy needs to catch the creeper, and he gets points every time he catches the creeper. You'll see up there in the left panel my points are being added to, and I've also programmed a time clock into my game, which tells me how many seconds I have left. And you'll notice here, oh, let me catch that diamond. If I catch the diamond, I get more points. And you'll notice down here, oh, this bad guy showed up. I better not catch up. I ran into him, so it's telling me the Duggar blocked me once. Well, now I only have 5, 3, 2, up, game over. So you're really going to learn how to program all of that kind of stuff into your game. Game over, timers, keeping score, characters, all of that good stuff. There's also a slot machine game that you'll learn how to program. So you'll learn how to program adding background images, how to add different boxes, how to add a button. So let's play this so we can showcase how this works. Okay, you'll see that it's been programmed to display a lose message if you didn't win, and you've learned how to add images and effects of these different images spinning. Let's play again to see if we win next time. Well, I've still lost. Let's do it again. Ah, this time I won. So you'll see here there's logic within your game that detects if you've won, and if you've won, it displays a sound, a different kind of sound, and a different kind of background image. So you're really going to learn how to program your games with that kind of conditional logic. And that's the basic overview of how our CodeDigs platform works. We really hope now that you dive in and you start coding. We're really excited to see what kind of games you create.